guys the Berk exhaust review on my 2013 Subaru BRZ. This exhaust consists of a high flow catted front pipe. I don't have the catless test pipe because I want to pass emissions. And then I have the Berk Muffler Delete system on it. And together, paired, they are, I would say it's a pretty good system. I'm going to go over price, installation. I do have install videos on my channel of these parts. So if you guys want to check those out, you can. And I'm going to go over any kind of weight reduction and any kind of power gains that I got from it. So I haven't had a dyno with these parts on, so I don't know exact numbers, but I will go over what I felt with the car. So yeah, this is going to be the Berk exhaust review for my BRZ. Alright, so I bought this, I bought both parts off of a website called Corner 3 Garage. They're located in California, and they have they had some of the best pricing on these parts that I've seen. I'll start with the muffler delete because I did that first. I got that part off of their site for $270, and after shipping it was about $300 right on the nose. So that's pretty much identical to what the exhaust cost on Berk's own website. The second part that I got for it was the Berk front pipe, and it was the one with the it's 2.5-inch piping with a high flow cat, and that one was on their site for $225, which is the best price on any high flow cat I've seen online for this car. And then after shipping, it was around 236 bucks. So that was cheaper than it was on Berk's own website. So I was pretty happy with that. So I got this whole exhaust setup for under $600. And as you guys can hear, I'll get on it a little bit here. That's 4,000 RPM. It sounds pretty damn good for under $600. It's not a catback system. The muffler delete is considered an axle back, and then the front pipe is just a front pipe. I do know, I've seen it online somewhere, but I don't know how true it is. But I've seen a Berk overpipe. Now, if you go on Berk's own website, there's no overpipe listed on their site, so I don't know how true that is about there being a Berk overpipe. But from what I've seen, there is one out there. So I don't know if I'm going to do an overpipe or not. I really don't want to have to install one because they're a pain in the ass. But if the time comes, I'll probably look into it. But yeah, those parts I got them again. Corner 3 Garage, located in California. They're awesome with shipping, and it was great. Alright, so first I'm going to talk about the muffler delete, because I did that first. I did that in October, and for the most part, the muffler delete is what really woke this car up, because as you guys know, stock, these things are pretty freaking quiet. So I put the muffler delete on it, and that part was probably that's probably my favorite upgrade to the car so far. The muffler delete itself, the stock muffler on this car weighs about 25-26 pounds, which is pretty heavy, and the muffler delete that I have on it weighs about 7 to 8 pounds. So the muffler delete alone cut 18 pounds off the car. I really didn't notice any power gains from taking the muffler delete off. Putting the muffler delete on, I really didn't notice any power gains from it. I just noticed that the car was louder, which is what I wanted. But I mean, I wanted to see if I get a little bit of power, but it did cut weight, and that was one of the main things I wanted to do, because lighter is faster. I don't know, but cutting 18 pounds, I mean, that's a pretty good start. And that was the muffler delete part of it. Then I did the front pipe, which was probably a little over a month ago. The front pipe only cut about 3 to 4 pounds. No, I think it was around 4 to 5 pounds off the car, and that is what I noticed what really woke the car up a little for the most part. The front pipe, it gives you it makes it just a tad bit louder, because for one, your stock front pipe has a tiny muffler on it, and then it has a kind of restricted cat, if you will, and the between 2,000 and 3,000 if I get on it. Like even if I'm in like 5th or 6th gear, it's still, the car still pulls pretty decently. I'm gonna get down into 3rd, maybe, if this guy's going. There's a pull from 3,500. That was uphill too, so I mean it's not terrible. But so overall, the whole system ended up cutting about 23 to 25 pounds off the car, which is a good amount of weight to cut off the car. And with the two of the parts combined, it does feel faster than stock, I will say. And it was a good upgrade, I would think. So I have install videos of both of these parts on the channel, but I'm going to go over the installation in this video pretty quick so that you guys get a rough idea of what you'll be looking at when you install these parts. The muffler delete is super easy. You have your stock muffler that's on 4 hangers. You just take the 4 hangers off, and there's 2 bolts. That's it. So you drop the muffler delete off the hangers. Hey, Subi. And after you drop the muffler delete off the hangers, you unbolt them, and literally you bolt the muffler delete onto it, and you only reuse 2 of the 4 hangers. It was literally a 15-minute install, and it was really easy. The front pipe, however, was a little bit more difficult. That took probably around 4 hours to do because we ran into some technical difficulties, I guess you would say, where the some of the bolts wouldn't come off, and then one of them snapped, and then we had to drill it out. But a couple of the bolts are hard to get to, but there's 4 bolts on it, and there's a 5th bolt on your hanger that you have to take off, and then you pretty much just swap right on. Everything bolts on perfectly. You don't have to worry about fitment problems. And so I mean, the install on the front pipe is a little bit more of a bitch than the muffler delete, but in the end it's worth it, I would definitely say. I'll give you guys a little bit of what the sound is like. I'll do a full throttle run here. So let me get on this road okay so that no one's around. Alright, here's a full throttle run 1st through 3rd. I mean, the car picks up and goes pretty decent now. I mean, it's not nothing crazy over what stock is, but it sounds pretty damn good for under $600, and I think it's a good mod. Another thing that a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people ask about it. People were looking for an exhaust for this car that crackles and pops and everything, because I guess a lot of them really don't. If you're looking for one that crackles and pops, this is the one to get. Other than the Buddy Club, if you guys ever saw the Buddy Club Spec 2 exhaust, that's the only one that I've seen that crackles and pops more than this one. When you're downshifting, in this car, every now and then you'll get some crackles. Even if you're cruising and you're like engine braking over 3,000 RPM, it'll crackle and pop, and it sounds amazing. I love when it does that. Tunnel runs are always fun with it, and people have been asking, I know on other videos, people were asking how loud is it. I mean, it all really depends on what you think is loud and how much you can take, because when I first got the muffler delete, to be honest, I've never owned a car with loud exhaust on it, and I really haven't been in a car that has a crazy loud exhaust. And when I first rode in this and drove it with the muffler delete on it, I was kind of skeptical to see if I wanted to keep it or not, because I thought it was pretty loud compared to other cars I've been in. But after I had it for a while and drove it, it just grew on me, and I loved it. And then after a while, I was like, well, can I get it any louder? But the front pipe did make it louder, which was something that I was looking for. But if you're driving this through a town and there's like lots of houses and buildings, if you just get on it a little bit, like it'll start echoing off of houses and stuff. So I mean, it is kind of loud, but it all depends on what you can take. So if you know someone who has an exhaust like this, ride in theirs first and see what you think, because I mean, I've had people say that it's really loud and they don't like it, but I mean, there's some people that do like it, so it's all personal preference to see whether you think it's loud or not. So that's a judgment call for yourself there. So a big question I get on my comment section about this exhaust is, does it drone? Yes, it drones. The spots where it drones the most are between around 17 to 1800 up until almost 2500. So in the city, or if you're crackles, you and any other kind of just not highway driving, you're gonna get a little bit of drone, and that's just something you're gonna have to get used to, I guess. That's one thing that turns a lot of people away, is the drone. If you're highway cruising, if you say you're doing 60 miles an hour in 6th gear, it's literally pretty quiet, and it's very livable, actually. I mean, most of my commute to work is highway, and if I'm 60 miles an hour in 6th gear, or 65 in 6th gear, it doesn't really drone at all, and it's very comfortable to live with. But it does drone, so just keep that in mind if this is the exhaust you're looking for, because you're gonna have to live with some drone if you get this exhaust. There's some crackles and pops. I'm gonna do, this is, I'm gonna try and get down into 2nd gear from about 2500 so you guys can. Alright, here's 2nd gear, 2500, uphill.